Milena Stephens. I am from São Paulo, Brazil, and I've been in South Carolina. I lived 1 year in Colombia, and I've been living in Bluffton, South Carolina for 3 years now.
I don't want to lose that $10.
I was around tennis so much. My dad would be teaching tennis on a court, and I would be next door hitting against the wall or playing against his students or hitting. So I just really fell in love with the sport, and just seeing how much my dad had fun on the courts made me really want to continue and keep playing, and ended up actually now coaching and working with coaches education now. So something that my dad would always say to me is força, which means strength, right? So strength on and off the court, so keeping your head on the game really, and keeping that força all the time. So that's a word in Portuguese that we always use in our family, but on the court as well. I did a little angel and força, which means strength. I think something that is really important is to really be able to educate coaches across the board. And the more educated coaches we have, the more players we're going to be able to recruit, right? So that's something that I'm very passionate about. Where I work at PTR, we have the ACE program, which is something very dear, that we are able to offer education to coaches that, to minority coaches and coaches that work with intercity programs and things like that. So it's something that it's just really important that we bring. The more the better, because we'll be able to really grow the game. I would love to see something that everybody has the opportunity to play, because coming from Brazil, for example, I remember how expensive and how hard it was for everybody, for just everybody to play tennis. It was an expensive sport. I was lucky because my dad was a tennis coach, so I was able to really play for free. But it was really hard to see how there was all these other kids and even adults that could have had their lives changed by tennis, and they were not able to because there was not the opportunity. So I would love just to see a place where tennis is something that is affordable for everybody. So coaches education, it's been evolving in the past few years. A lot has changed. Right now we have different levels of education. So our level 1 is where we start, which is geared towards teaching beginner and low intermediate players. So you have to go through the level 1 even if you want to go through the other levels. So the level 1 is something that is more baseline. It's about really how to coach your players, how to make them have fun, because that's the most important thing, right? When you have a beginner player that never played tennis before, it's really not about what you're coaching them and the specifics of tennis. Is about really helping them fall in love with the game. I think it's really important that we develop coaches all across the community, so we can really bring tennis to everywhere. So it's nice that we have coaches that look like the players and they feel like they can get there too. So it's important that we have diversity all across the board on tennis, for sure.